Welcome to a new daily top Askreddit video. Today's topic. Everyone needs 3 hobbies, 1 to keep you creative, 1 to keep you in shape, and 1 to make you money. What are yours? I find creative things to eat. I find healthy things to eat. I find cheap things to eat. I like how you think. I like how he eats. Creative, jazz trombonist. Keep me in shape, marching trombonist. Money, private trombone teacher. Sleep, on my trombone. Toilet, in my trombone. Asterisk sad trombone noise. I just work out for sanity. I find that modern life is very overstimulating on its own, and so I find ways to actually do less. I think we are so conditioned to always be doing something, and the FOMO is real, but we have record numbers of depression and anxiety and fatigued people in our world. I think learning to just be and relax is a better route. I agree, it's like everyone's in a rush or has to be doing something. My job is 3.6 miles away, and I walk to it and people think I am nuts. I live in a gorgeous part of the country, and though I can drive to my job in less than 10 minutes, I really enjoy the walk, or bike ride if I'm running late. I have to leave the house over an hour earlier, but the way I see it, cut down on costs. Get an extra 7.2 miles worth of steps in a day. Have 3 hours in the day where I am alone with only my thoughts, take in the gorgeous scenery around me, wave to my neighbors, and literally stop to smell the roses. What would be a better fit for that time? More YouTube videos. More YouTube videos. Oof, this hits close to home. Lol, I was always worried about maximum efficiency of everything so I could have more leisure time to play pointless games and sit on Reddit. LMAO. Seriously fucked up my life since I saw the majority of it as in the way of my happiness, not part of it, including people. Do you really need a hobby to make you money? I'd say just the first 2, although I only have the 1. Most hobbies no longer feel like hobbies anyways when you start making it about being money. Unless it is lesser amounts, but even then. I think there are quite a few hobbies you can build some quite effective side income with. I do apps as a hobby and don't even really publish them, but if one of them becomes successful at some point, it could generate some income stream, despite me just doing it for fun. Creativity, hour sketching every day. To stay in shape, long distance aimless walking. Money, do side gigs outside of work, like photography, make portraits of people for small fee. A fellow aimless walker. Also very fun in the city. I was thinking how much I love doing that in the woods. What do you like about wandering the city? Honestly, photography checks all those boxes for me. To get a nice, unique shot, sometimes you have to hike or climb. And there's no end to the creative shots you can take. If you become good enough, you can sell the prints. Removed. Yes. I wanted to say this. Glass is heavy as fuck. I did a 15 kilometers hike 2 years ago with all my gear consisting of 3 lenses and 2 camera bodies. And there was no particular reason for me to bring the 200 to 400 mm at all, but I did anyways. Eating, masturbating and browsing the internet. Which one makes you money? Edit, wow, thank you for gold. If you're a cam girl. Sex for all 3. It's supposed to make you money, not how you spend your money. I leave myself a $5 on the dresser after I'm done abusing myself. I do both at once. Wait, you guys are getting paid. Wait, you guys are getting laid. Creative, 3D printing. Healthy, golf and lacrosse. Profitable, 3D printing. What kind of money do you make 3D printing? I mostly just spend money and fill my house with junk. I would like venture a guess in the cosplay world. This can make you some money. Creativity, custom cake decorating for any occasion. Exercise, daily long distance walking. Income, musician, performer, teacher. Custom cake decorating for any occasion. Even birthdays. Yes, birthdays. Also, anniversaries, graduations, weddings, housewarming parties, baptisms. Most any occasion. I disagree with the idea that your hobbies need to be functional. The work life is already planned around productivity, then I have home upkeep and maintenance for the remaining hours in the day. I'm just going to try and have fun, and I don't care if it's not worthy or productive. Completely agree. Why should a hobby be any of, creative, active, or makes money? Who made this saying? Just do what you like. Creativity, glass blowing. Exercise, kinda same but also running. Money, I love graphic design and do it in my spare time as freelance. Glass blowing sounds fun. Is it expensive to get into? Do you have pictures of things you made? I've seen an old man make lab tubes and beakers with glass blowing. The guy he made it for then proceeded to make antibiotics. Creative, making music. Shape, going on long walks. Money, flipping. Flipping what? Burgers. Cows. Houses. Yourself. We need these details. Tables, brother, tables. Who says you need a hobby that makes you money? Sorta ceases to be a hobby at that point. Depends on how you look at it. It's something you are doing every day. Might as well make a hobby out of it. Don't let it consume every aspect of your life, but enjoy it enough and try to get better at it, even if or maybe especially if you don't like it. If someone really hates their job though, they may want to think about putting a bit of effort into finding something else. Creative hobbies, Raspberry Pi 4 for messing about with projects, programming and Linux. I also have access to SolidWorks CAD and Adobe CC. Fitness, gym, and I also have some gym equipment at home. Money making, none, all hobbies are for enjoyment rather than making money. Creative, drawing. Fitness, running. Money, getting my card declined at the checkout line. Cooking. Powerlifting. Poker. I like this question. We need hobbies that make us money. Is that what they are calling jobs these days? Keep your job separate from your hobby, otherwise you may end up resenting your hobby. That's my hot take. Exactly. I use my job to make money to fuel my hobbies. Mushrooms for all three. Cubicis for creativity, chaga and cordyceps for my workouts, and portobello and morels to sell at the farmer's market. Get yourself some psilocybe semilaceata sometime, cubicis don't even compare. One time I ate 10 grams of those in an attempt to have a Spirit Quest type experience. I had been reading a lot of Terence McKenna at the time. After consuming the dose, my co-tripper and I stopped by his house to grab an audio recorder. While we were in her room, her family's church pastor showed up. We tried to wait him out and the mushrooms kicked in, hard. We tried to sneak out when the urge to flee became too great, but he was leaving the same time we were. The majority of the churches in our area are thankfully very progressive, some even bordering on being hippie communes. This guy wasn't from one of those churches. He looked like a cross between Pat Robertson and a used car salesman. If you've ever consumed hallucinogens, you know the difficulty of accurately describing the experience, but it was immediately clear this guy was evil. The floor, which was full on failed jello shot consistency at this point, was burned and dead looking where he stepped on it. His face was just the most sinister thing I've ever seen. He reached to shake my hand, and I reciprocated automatically. The sensation was just wrong. When we got away, my hand looked like television static, just like the floor where he stepped. We made it to the creek and got naked and cleansed ourselves. Mind you, this isn't Minnesota, and it wasn't Lake Myakka. The creek is actually quite gross. I lost my shoes and my wallet, gained a lifelong mistrust of clergy, and my girlfriend got a UTI. That guy ruined our whole trip. 2/10, wouldn't recommend. Cordyceps, eh? You a climber then? I think I'll keep my distance, if you don't mind. Photography, mountain biking, growing things. Sounds like a dealer. Lol, a farmer. Not a dealer. CBD is on the up and up. But considering all the rest, hemp is a very small % of acreage of what I work with. Just be a strip dancer, you'll have all three bases covered. Creative, writing fiction keep in shape, ballet make me money, WTF is money. Creative, playing guitar. In shape, mountain biking. Income, bike tech and guitar builder. That worked out really well, good for you. Creative, drumming. Fitness, drumming. Money, drumming. This is awesome. My wife always thought it was weird that I need a shower after playing for an hour, but many types of music will give you a workout. Dude, play for an hour and measure your heart rate. It's insane. A drummer's cardiovascular health is easily on par with various athletes. It's always fun when I spend an hour or two playing drums in the middle of summer in almost 40 degrees Celsius weather with nothing but a shitty fan to cool me down. That's a cold shower and a change of clothes for me. A hobby with the expressed purpose of making you money is called a job. Image manipulation. Gardening. Profit. I wish I was good at gardening. I'm really good for the first few weeks, watering and weeding, but then life gets in the way and I forget / plants die. I'm to plants what Dollar the fish killer is to fish in Finding Nemo. If you hooked up an electrical impulse thing to a plant, the needle would go off the charts when I walked near it, the poor plant would be so scared.